everybody out there? It's Popular Stranger. We are back again with another MUT 25 video. On this one, we're going to be going over the best free 89 overall Season 2 players to upgrade first. Now, before we do that, a couple quick disclaimers. Number one, I dropped a video not too long ago breaking down the entire Season 2 Field Pass, all the ins and outs, everything you need to know. We talk about these 89 overall players that can be upgraded. We're going to talk about them a little bit further in this video. So if you missed that one, make sure you go check it out. Number two, I'm currently not at home. That's why you're not seeing a face cam. That's why I'm not being loud and obnoxious with my normal intro. I will be back home tomorrow, but I wanted to make sure I got this video out because a lot of you probably received this welcome pack when you loaded up the game for the first time today, and you might be unsure on who to pick. You might be unsure on how this all works. Again, go watch that video from earlier. But in this Season 2 welcome pack, you're going to get your choice of one of 6 players. They start at an 81 overall. Also in this welcome pack, there should be an 82 overall upgrade collectible, which means that you can upgrade one of these 6 players right away to an 82 overall, and ultimately you can get them to an 89 overall for free by grinding through the Season 2 Field Pass. So we're going to go over the best one to pick from this fantasy pack first, then we're going to go through the best ones to upgrade first, and ultimately we're just going to break down all 6 of the cards and talk about the good and the bad for all of them. Now, one reminder on these cards, they do not, unlike the Season 1 Field Pass players, they do not get all 32 team chemistries, so you're really going to want to be picking based on position or theme team by their normal theme teams that they have. So because I'm an Eagle fan, I'm going to go Cooper DeJean here, but if you ever just want to make a decision later with this fantasy pack, you can always back out of it and make your selection after you watch this video, or maybe after this weekend. You know, after we got a bunch of promos on the way, you might not want to be locked into that choice. Now, the good news is throughout the Season 2 Field Pass, you're going to earn that fantasy pack that contains the Season 2 81 overall players several more times. So you're going to be able to get all of these players. You won't be able to get them all to an 89 overall at the same time, but by upgrading the players with the upgrade tokens, you can always downgrade those players with those same tokens and put them into another player if you choose. So, for example, here at level 6, you're going to get another one of those fantasy packs. Scroll back a little bit further, I believe level 16 is the next one. You can see here you get yet another 81 overall B&D Season 2 fantasy pack. So you're going to have your choice between those 6 players a couple different times. Just be careful that you don't select the same player 2 times, because if you do that, there is no turning back. To upgrade those players eventually to an 89 overall, you're going to need the associated upgrade tokens with that OVR. So you get an 82 overall one at level 10. If you scroll down a little bit further, level 20, you get an 83 overall token, and it's going to continue to go kind of in that route. Now, when you get all the way to the end of the Field Pass, the final reward at level 50 is going to be an 88 overall token. So ultimately, just through the Field Pass rewards alone, you can take any one of those players up to an 88, but they actually will max out at an 89. And the way that you're going to obtain additional upgrade tokens is with the Season 2 tickets. Now, every level within the Season 2 Field Pass gives you some type of reward, and if you use your right analog stick and push it to the right, you're also going to see that every single level gives you tickets as well. There are some levels, for example, like 42, that give you double ticket rewards here. You're going to head on over to the store and use those tickets to buy additional upgrade tokens for the additional outside of the welcome pack 81 overall players that you choose. I haven't fully done the math, but I believe you're going to be able to, at the end of the day, upgrade 3 of these 6 players to an 89 overall. But like I said a moment ago, you can always downgrade those players and then put the tokens into the next player of your choice if you want to go that route. Also, at this very moment, the only tickets that you can buy, or the only upgrade tokens you can buy with tickets, go up to an 87 overall. From my understanding, these are time gated right now. Eventually, as the season goes on, they will add in 88 and 89 overall upgrade token options. So stack those tickets, start to upgrade those players, but let's go through the players that you should be upgrading first. Now, I want to talk about the quarterbacks first, because you actually have 2 choices at QB out of the 6 total players. And funny enough, they play for the same team. Kirk Cousins is going to be your first one here. So 72 speed, field general quarterback, 85 throw power, 89 short, 89 mid, 85 deep throw accuracy. He's going to hit all 3 of those 85 plus thresholds. So what that means ultimately is that like an 85 deep throw doesn't really play any worse than an 89 deep throw. 85 to 89, for the most part, all kind of play the same. But the important part here is that he does have 85 plus on all 3 of those. The 72 speed, the 85 throw power, decent, but if you're looking for more speed, I mean, just generally speaking, this is a really, really good card, but he's a bit of a statue. And when you kind of think about his speed here and the other quarterbacks that are in the game, if you didn't have this Michael Penix Jr. as another option at QB, I would say Kirk Cousins is good, but look at Michael Penix Jr. He's 84 speed. He's obviously much, much faster. 88 throw power is also going to be better there, but he also hits all three of the accuracies: 87 short, 88 mid, 86 deep. Again, Kirk Cousins has an 89 short and 88 mid, but those aren't going to play that much better. It's not going to be noticeable on the field than Michael Penix's 87 short or 88 mid. So if you're not picking up what I'm putting down here, Michael Penix Jr. is the better of the two quarterbacks from this field pass. And I'm not a big fan of, using or taking B&D options at the quarterback position because we get so many of them. I mean, they just revealed a Team of the Week Trevor Lawrence that's going to be coming out tomorrow on Thursday. The Game Time promo, we got CJ Stroud coming, Michael Vick, JJ McCarthy, much more expensive cards, but they just recently came out. But the great thing about this Season 2 Field Pass and the way that the upgrade tokens work is that if you want to go this route and slowly upgrade him, whenever you're done, you're ready to move on from him, we get a better 90 overall quarterback, 91, whatever, you can always take the tokens out of this card and use them on a different Season 2 player that might have a little bit more staying power, and the perfect player that will fit that description is going to be Tyron Smith. Now, I know a lot of you who did get your Rookie Premier content over at left tackle, you probably took JC Latham, and that's okay. But my point here is that if you want to go Michael Penix Jr. with your very first player that you're upgrading, when you're done with him, when we move on to a better quarterback, you can always take those tokens and put him into a Tyron Smith who's going to be at left tackle. And that's certainly a position that not a lot of you want to spend your coins on, but you kind of need it, right? It's an offensive lineman, and this is a really good card at left tackle. 87 strength, 90 awareness, 89 pass block, and 86 run block. So I don't think this is a card that you immediately need to upgrade, but it's one when it's all said and done that you're probably going to find putting your tokens into as you kind of move on to the Season 3 players or just other upgrades that are available. Cooper DeJean is a great option to upgrade first or second because he's a free cornerback who gives you pretty solid speed at 87, really good zone coverage. You can play a lot of zone, 89 there, 86 press, 83 man, 85 agility, 89 acceleration, 88 jump, 83 play rec. The reason I say this is because as it stands right now, there's just not a lot of inexpensive cornerbacks in the game. I mean, you do have the free JC Horn from House Rules. Patrick Surtain isn't super overpriced right now for a pretty good card. Antonio Cromartie's Legend card will probably start to decline in price. So you do have some solid options out there if you want to spend coin. But, at a premium position here, this is a really good free card. Now, the 87 speed, by the time we're able to upgrade him all the way to an 89 overall, that might feel a little bit outdated. So that's one thing you just want to kind of keep in mind. If you're a no money spent player who's struggling to get good cards on your team, this will be a good pick for you. If you're more of a competitive player that maybe spends money on packs, that has a decent coin stack, again, by the time we get to this card and are able to upgrade it fully, the 87 speed is going to feel a little bit outdated. So just keep that in mind. But overall, looking at it right now, it is a pretty good card. I kind of feel the same way about the Stephon Diggs here. Once you're able to get him to an 89 overall, he has the 87 speed, but we have a lot of receivers in the game right now that already have 87 speed. I know a few that have 86 that are really, really inexpensive. So this card, right now today is very good. 87 speed, 88 catch in traffic. All the route runnings hit that 85 plus threshold. You got short 88, mid 86, deep route running 85. But at the end of the day, just projecting this card, by the time we're able to get to it, I don't think that 87 speed at the wide receiver position is going to be worth it. And also keep in mind, from the Season 1 Field Pass, you got the Hines Ward card, and if he's on your 20 of 20 theme team, fully maxed out, he gets up to 87 speed as well. So, this is probably the last card on my list, next to Kirk Cousins, of course, that I would upgrade. Your final option is going to be Brian Burns. This one, I'm going to leave totally up to you because everybody's play style is different. He's phenomenal. 86 speed, 88 acceleration, 90 finesse move, 83 block shed, pursue, tackle, play rec, all very good. The power move is a bit low, but, that's to be expected on a speed rusher like this Brian Burns card. The one attribute that you can't see on here that scares me a lot, and it typically happens with pass rushers, outside linebackers, he has very low strength. And I look to a card that he got last year, very late in the year, that had tremendous speed, block shed, finesse move. He had everything, all the bells and whistles, good abilities, but his strength was really, really low, and he just would not get to the QB to save his life. And that's just one of the attributes that I really put a lot of high value into. Now, if you don't care about strength, if you have cards that have low strength on your D-line and they work out for you, then go for this card as well. You know, you might run a different defense than you might have a different play style than I just am not a fan of pass rushers with low strength. So just to recap, I think Michael Penix Jr. is definitely one of the top 3 choices to go with right now, and as you upgrade him, eventually if you don't need that card, you can move on over to Tyron Smith, who I think is probably number 2 as far as the best options go out of these 6 cards. And right now, with the current state of the game and the market and everything, with the available cornerbacks, I think Cooper DeJean is going to be number 3 best on the list. But ultimately, by the time you get him to an 89 overall, much like Stephon Diggs, I don't know if he's going to be extremely relevant, and you can always go with Brian Burns in place of him if that happens to be the case. Let me know what player you're going to upgrade first after watching this video. Leave it down below in the comments section. And thank you guys for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.